Hi everyone, my name is Kayla and welcome back to Kay's Hidden Shelf where we talk about books. Today I have a spoiler-free review for you for The Acktus Trials by D.T. Kane. This is book 1 in the Spoken Books Uprising series and it was an excellent start by a self-published author. Let's talk about this. In this we follow Bastian, or Baz as some may call him. He's a speaker and a slave. He has the ability to speak words of power from these spoken books in order to cast magic. Now, in this land of oration where Bastian lives, there was a cataclysmic event centuries ago that nearly destroyed the land and its people. Since then, speakers have been hunted and enslaved. As a result, Bastian and other speakers like him have been forbidden to learn to read or write. Simply holding a book is means enough for punishment by death. This cataclysmic event also destroyed the great library in oration at the time. Books of spoken power were lost to the ages. Since then, those in power within the society send their heirs out into the Acktus trials to obtain new spoken books from the source of this cataclysmic event. Many don't return. When Baz learns that he needs to accompany his master to the Acktus trials, he's less than enthusiastic, as those in his position are considered expendable for the cause. However, Baz not only values his own life, he is keeping a secret, one that could get him killed. He can read. When Bastian saves his master from certain death, he reveals his secret and ends up striking a bargain. He will help his master complete the Acktus trials, obtain a spoken book of power, in exchange for secrecy and hopefully keeping his life. Can he truly trust his master, and will he even survive the Acktus trials to begin with? This was a great exploration of a high-stakes story and a person in a situation of being considered property as opposed to a person, and handling the circumstances that come up with those. First of all, I have to say the world building was fantastic. Right from the first page, you're thrown into the world of oration, and throughout the rest of the book, you're given hints and information about the history of the land and the events that occurred that were so cataclysmic to this world, and the society that ended up being created as a result of all of that. The society of oration in present day is a multi-layered hierarchy where there are masters, yes. There are a multitude of different levels of slaves throughout this. The status of someone in this world is typically determined by family lineage. However, it's also determined by abilities. If an individual is born with the ability to cast magic using the spoken word, they're considered a speaker and therefore a slave. This created dynamic relationships in a complex world, as not only is the society multi-layered and deeper than you think, so is the magic system. This also ended up creating gripping scenes with a lot of tension, as slaves are considered expendable in this world and masters aren't exactly kind. For the magic system, it is multi-layered. Similar to the world building, the more you read, the more you learn about it. It was so interesting to go along, and honestly, this is a world and a magic system that I miss, and I'm really excited to continue with the series as a result. As for the characters, we're treated to a variety of different characters in this, and there was some witty banter along with some suspense due to the circumstances of their stations. D.T. Kane also doesn't waste any time throwing you right into the characters' circumstances, showing you just how dangerous of a world this is for Baz and people like him. Now, while the characters have their own individual struggles, they're explored naturally throughout the story, and I feel like we get to know quite a few of these characters quite well. Now, there was one character I would have liked to see a bit more exploration of in a particular aspect. I can't talk about it due to spoilers. However, I have been told that this is explored in the other books, being book 2, book 3, so I am very eager to continue reading the series and to see how it is explored in that book. For the magic system, it is complex in a way. This society has broken it down into the masters who read the words aloud to the speakers, who then repeat them, using a power pulled from those spoken books to actually cast the magic. Then there are those who write in those books using a special ink to infuse the words back into the books of power, as continued use from these books by the speakers drains the power over time and they need to be replenished. The magic system was really interesting because there are consequences to it as well. These spoken books of power aren't just there and available constantly. These are heavy books that you have to carry with you. And in the way the society is broken down, the master must read the words aloud from the book for the speaker to repeat. This creates a layer of difficulty, as if the words are not read aloud properly by the master, then the speaker may make a mistake and they are the ones to receive the physical repercussions. The books are also not unlimited. They have a limit. Once their power is expended, they must be rewritten in with a special ink to restore the power to the book. So there are difficulties and consequences with this magic system, and I love that it wasn't just simply explained away or had a simple fix to things. It was complicated and it posed problems. With a variety of different characters, there were characters that I loved, characters that I didn't like at first and ended up loving, and then some that were just unlikable from the start. The story itself was easy to get lost in, with lots of action, magic, there were high stakes. The pacing made it hard to put down as well. Now, while the pacing was medium to fast, it was done in a way that often had me saying, just one more chapter before I put this down. This had self-discovery, mystery, a quest. There were dragons and different kinds of dragons in this. There was magic, action, great characters, and an exploration of right versus wrong. This was a fantastic start to the series and an incredible world that I already miss and can't wait to get back to. Overall, I give this 4 out of 5 stars. This was a fantastic start to the series and into this incredible world of oration and its magic. This would be great for fantasy readers and those looking to start fantasy for the first time, as this is an accessible fantasy read. Let me know your thoughts down below. Does this sound interesting to you? Do you want to give it a try, or have you read it already? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave your comments down below. As always, thank you for watching and take care of yourselves.